What's up, guys? How's it going? My name is the Manny Fraser, and I am here to talk about DeFi King. Before I get started, I want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by NordVPN. If you need any VPN service, you can find the link in the description. This video is also sponsored by the Crypto Club. Shout out to the Crypto Club. Boo, 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 boo. This is where we talk about all things crypto related. That's a really good place. The Discord's also there. Make sure you guys check that out as well. So let's get started. What I'm going to be talking about in this video is how to actually do a liquidity pool in DeFi Kingdom. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get some one token. Where do you get one token from? You can get some one token from KuCoin. You can get some one token from a lot of different places. Go to CoinGecko and you can check it out. I can do another video on that. But the first thing you're going to do is get some one token. You're going to transfer your one token to your wallet, your Harmony wallet. Once you get your Harmony wallet on your MetaMask, that's a whole other video as well that I'll talk about how to do that. You're going to get into the liquidity pool. Okay, so first things first, you're going to drop into the gardens. Okay, so when you go to the main map, you're going to see that there is a garden. There we go. So when you get into the garden, it's right over here. And you're going to see seed box. Okay. There's harvest and there's seed box. Harvest is when you can view your actual liquidity that's already there. So I can claim this. Right. This is my locked jewel, my unlocked jewel. I can start claiming this. I'm probably just going to wait. And then there's your seed box. Your seed box is where you can have, where you have your pools. Okay. So right now I'm doing Jewel and Miss for 440%. I just took the highest APR because it made the most sense to me. And then I'm also doing 1 in BUSD because that also makes sense to me. There's also Jewel and Superbid that's 397. There's Jewel and Matic 355, and you can so on and so forth. You can check it out. So I'm going to continually add to my Jewel and Miss because 440% is a lot. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to have the same amount of Jewel and the same amount of Miss. Okay, so I'm going to go to deposit. Now you can see I have nothing there. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to the bank. Oh, sorry, not the bank. I'm going to go to the marketplace. When I go to the marketplace, I'm going to go to the trader. When I go to the trader, I'm going to now split my Jewel into a half of it Jewel and half of it Miss. So I'm going to select the coin. The coin that I'm going to utilize is Jewel. Jewel. There we go. And then I'm going to get Miss token. So MIS. Okay. Okay. Now if I go max, I get 1700 Miss. Now I don't want that. So I want, let's see what happens if I put 1000 Miss. That's 38 Jewel. So I'm going to do 67, and I'm going to go, let's go 60 divided by 2, that's 30. So I'm going to bring this down to 30. So that will be roughly about 600 Miss. We'll get there. Let's do 800 Miss. That's 30. Okay. So I'm going to swap 30 Jewel for 800 Miss. Okay. Confirm swap. You can see how fast the network is. It's my computer that's this slow. There we go. See, the gas fees were actually 1 cent for this, so it's actually very inexpensive to move around in DeFi Kingdoms. Okay, so waiting for confirmation. Boom. So now I'm going to add MIST to MetaMask. I don't have any MIST there. So I'm going to add some MIST to my MetaMask. If you guys made it this far in the video, just drop a comment in the bottom just saying I like the content, I like the journey, I'm taking this journey with you, let's do it. Okay, so now that we have that all there, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close this. I'm going to check out the Druid. Now in the Druid is where you manage the liquidity pool. So manage liquidity in reward pools. So what I'm going to be doing is I want to add to this liquidity pool. I want to deposit. Okay. So what I want to do first, actually, sorry. I want to go back to the garden. Now that I have the equal amount of Jewel and Miss, I don't want to go to Seed Box. I'll go to Manage. And deposit. There we go. So I can buy some seeds. So Jewel and this. So I'm gonna go max. There we go. So I'll go 30. And supply, confirm. Confirm. There we go. Okay, now that I've bought the seeds, now I'm going to add it. Okay, so close, and now I'll go to the garden, seed box. Now I get the deposit. So I go to manage. So now that I'm in the garden, I'm gonna go to seed box. I'm gonna go to manage. Now that I actually have this liquidity pool already, I'm just adding to it. And I get to deposit and go max. So I'm depositing all my seeds in here. Deposit. And once again, MetaMask. I'm pretty sure this is my computer and not the MetaMask network. But once again, 1 cent to move this. Okay, confirm transaction in your wallet. Boom, done. And now it's done. And that's it. And I've just added to my liquidity pool. So now that my liquidity pool is added, I've added to it, I'm going to be earning a lot more. So there's a site called DeFi Tracker. DeFi Kingdom tracker you can go to check that out and see how much more you have. I'm gonna check it out with you guys and show you guys it, because it's actually pretty dope. So the first thing we're gonna do as well is say I have a total amount of Joule 6.75. Any Joule that I'm not using, I'm currently putting it in the bank. I'm pretty sure I'm not too late for the airdrop. So deposit, and then whatever excess Joule that I do have, I will be utilizing it to buy a hero. Deposit. There we go. So now I'm depositing this Joule in the bank. I get 18%. You get 18% staking rewards for your Joule. So that's another way to earn money on DeFi Kingdom, and I talked about it in my last video, where staking is one of the things you can end up doing on here. But I definitely like the liquidity pool, and I'll show you something about the liquidity pool that I like. Okay. All right. Now we've done that. So now we're staking some more. Okay. Now, as a former miner, and I say a former miner because I don't mine as much anymore. I do a lot more staking. There's a site called DeFi Tracker. Okay, so I'm going to refresh the site so you guys can check it out. Now, I just started my liquidity pool yesterday, actually. I didn't know how to actually do all that. So this is why I'm making the video, because the fact that I didn't know how to do all that. That was the part that I didn't know how to do. So I thought, I bought my seeds, now what? All right. So it's calculating. And you can see I just did all this stuff. And once it's done, it's going to put up the total value in the garden. Okay, so currently I have a total value of 1,000. And you can see currently right now I'm earning 1 Joule per day, 1.326 Joule per day. That's 1162 per day. And that's $81 weekly currently at the current price, but $4,000 on a yearly basis based off of a 412% APR. It's really good, because the price of Joule, I'm anticipating for it to continue going up. So, but even if it doesn't, the in-game economy will get you as well. And for the, you can also see in the bank, I have some Joule in there as well that I'm currently staking. And the staking value is the average ratio of 1.667. So currently off of just staking, this is like think about it like a savings account. You're earning 18%, right? The only thing about this is that you're not catching Joule at a bottom. If this is the bottom of Joule, then this is the lowest this will ever be, which is pretty cool, because if as the price goes up, so does the staking rewards as well. But that's the liquidity pool, and so this is why I'm really bullish on Joule, on DeFi Kingdom, mainly because of the liquidity pool. I'm gonna tell you, that's one of the biggest things that actually attracted me to it. The liquidity pool and the game Legend of Zelda. Now, if you're seeing this right now, this net profit loss of 500, I actually already put $1,000 into the game prior to the whole market coming down and dropping. So I just put an additional 500 because I figured the way that you can do dollar cost averaging. So this is a bit of teaching here. Anytime that I see myself at a loss, what I'll do is I'll buy back him more, and what it does is it actually negates the loss that's here. Right? So even though I've lost $500, when the market heads back up, the 500 I just put in will now be 1,000, and this will go back up. So by the time that the prices go back up to what they were last week, which I'm pretty sure Joule is at $16, so I've lost 50% on my Joule already, which I'm okay with, because I've been in this game since 2017. At the end of the day, you have to take some losses to be the boss. So I'm okay with that. But the main thing that I'm looking at with DeFi Kingdom is liquidity pool. And as I continue earning from here, I'm going to show you guys what I'm earning. I'm going to be completely honest. You guys can see it right here. How's it going? What's happening in terms of daily, weekly, and yearly. And we're going to see this go up together. All right, guys, that's it for today. If you really enjoyed this video, make sure you do one thing. Well, it's a bunch of things. Like, subscribe, share this video with a friend if you liked what you had, the content that you're sharing, that you like. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be putting out DeFi Kingdom videos as I go through this journey. I want you to be there with me. All right, guys, have a good one. Peace.